Today, we explore the fascinating history of Africa's first presidents, how they died, and whether they were still in power when the end came. Let's begin in Ghana. The legendary Kwame Nkrumah, the father of Pan-Africanism, was overthrown in 1966. He spent his final years in exile. In 1972, he died of prostate cancer in Romania, far from the land he liberated. He died out of power. In Kenya, it was different. Jomo Kenyatta, the man called the Burning Spear, stayed in office until the end. In 1978, at around 89 years old, he collapsed from heart failure while still president. Julius Nyerere of Tanzania, the philosopher king, retired peacefully in 1985. He later died in London in 1999 from leukemia, out of power but still respected as Mwalimu the teacher. Meanwhile in Uganda, Milton Obote ruled twice, but was twice overthrown. He died in 2005 in South Africa from kidney failure, far from State House. In Guinea, Ahmed Sékou Touré ruled with an iron fist. He never left power until his death in 1984 during heart surgery in the United States. Léopold Senghor of Senegal, a poet-president, stepped down gracefully in 1980. He lived a long life, dying at 95 in France, out of power. Hastings Banda of Malawi, who once declared himself president for life, was voted out in 1994. He died 3 years later of pneumonia, out of office. Félix Houphouët-Boigny of Ivory Coast stayed president until his last breath in 1993, dying of prostate cancer after more than 3 decades in power. In Algeria, Ahmed Ben Bella, the revolutionary hero, was overthrown in 1965 and lived a long life out of politics. He passed away in 2012, aged 95. But in Congo, tragedy struck. Patrice Lumumba, the charismatic first prime minister, was overthrown just months after independence. In 1961, he was brutally assassinated at only 35, a painful reminder of Cold War interference in Africa. His counterpart, Joseph Kasavubu, Congo's first president, was also overthrown and later died of a stroke in 1969, out of power. Samora Machel of Mozambique died tragically in a plane crash in 1986, still in office. Many believe sabotage was involved. And in Mali, Modibo Keïta was overthrown in 1968 and later died in prison in 1977, widely suspected to have been poisoned. Nigeria is unique. The first prime minister, Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, was assassinated in a 1966 coup while in power. The first president, Nnamdi Azikiwe, lived a long life, dying in 1996 out of power. Kenneth Kaunda of Zambia, another independence hero, ruled until 1991 before losing elections. He died in 2021 from pneumonia at 97, out of power but deeply respected. William Tubman of Liberia, Africa's longest-serving leader at the time, died in office in 1971 of prostate cancer. In Tunisia, Habib Bourguiba was removed from power in 1987 and later died of heart failure in 2000. And in the Central African Republic, David Dacko, the first president, was overthrown twice and died in 2003, long out of power. The stories of Africa's first presidents reveal a pattern. Some died as national heroes in power, others as fallen leaders in exile, and some as tragic victims of coups and assassinations. But all of them shaped the destiny of their nations. Their lives and deaths are a reminder of the heavy burden of leadership in the struggle for independence. If you enjoyed this journey through history, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories that shaped Africa and the world.